Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our live Q&A. Sorry for the slight delay there, but we're here now. So today we're here to talk to you all about our city campus. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our live Q&A. Sorry for the slight delay. Sorry, we're having a little bit of slight technical difficulty there, but we're back now. Sorry about that, guys. I'll just start introducing ourselves then. So welcome to our Life at our City Campus Q&A. So today we're going to be talking to you about everything there is to know about being a student on our city campus, whether that's from accommodation to things you like to get up to as a student and even study facilities. So we've got a great panel here today to talk to us. So we'll just go around and introduce ourselves. So Benedict, if you wouldn't mind kicking us off with a little introduction.
Yeah, absolutely. So hi everyone, my name's Benedict. So I'll quickly go through what I did when I was a student. So when I was a student in my undergraduate, I did law with criminology here on City Campus. And then my master's, I did general law, which was technically remote because of COVID, but still on City Campus, which is great. So I'm currently the Vice President for postgraduate students. So if anyone's coming to a postgraduate, I can talk to you about that as well. I'm currently the President-elect, so I will be here next year looking after every single student.
Amazing. Thanks, Benedict. Gaia, do you want to give us a quick introduction?
Hi everyone, so my name's Gaia and I'm a 4th year psychology and criminology student, and I'm also part of the Content Collective social media team, so you've probably seen me on here before. And my lectures and accommodation over the last few years have both been based on City Campus, so yeah.
Thank you. Capri, do you want to give us a little intro?
Yep, sure. Hi, I'm Capri. I'm an alumni of the business school at NTU. I studied BA marketing and then did my postgraduate in digital marketing, and now work in the communications team here.
Amazing. So yeah, I'll give myself a little introduction. So my name's Katie. I am an alumni from the School of Art and Design, and now I also work in the marketing department at NTU, and I graduated in 2019, which I feel like I've only just graduated, but that was actually quite a few years ago. So fab, everyone. So yeah, we're going to be, if you want to put any questions in the comment section of the live, we'll be more than happy to answer them. We've got some pre-questions that we've put together for you, and we also put an Instagram question box up on our Instagram stories earlier, so we'll be answering those as well. So fab, if you want to kick off with the first question. So what are the study facilities like on campus? So around our City campus, where are the places to study? Where were your favourite places to study now, or where were your favourite? Capri, do you want to go first with that one?
Yeah, I'd say obviously library is the go-to for most people. I think my favourite one was probably the quiet zones in the library, just because you get in there normally during even during lunchtimes and stuff. Just get your head down, get your books, and get on with your work. Yeah.
Amazing. Anyone else want to jump in, Guy or Benedict? Do you have any difference? Go on, Benedict.
Yeah, I can. So I suppose that I'm actually going to be, because I work here at the SU. Obviously, I'm a huge advocate for studying here. I think it's really good for things like group projects, because it's kind of like a nice, it's not really quiet atmosphere, but it's a very sociable atmosphere. So good if you want to get group projects done, as well as the extended library study spaces, where I used to actually go quite a lot, was the old Chaucer Cafe, which is now just a study space as well. And then Dryden building, they've recently taken all the NTU staff out of that to another building, and that's all now independent study space as well.
Yeah, definitely. So just to confirm, with the study spaces in the student union as a building itself, so people can come and go as they please. There's plenty of spaces, and they have actually got a lovely cafe there as well. I like
really nice. It's called the Grumpy
Mule. So it's a great one. So yeah, there's plenty of spaces around. Gaia, as a current student, where's your current places to go to study?
Well, yeah, since I've got literally deadlines next week, I have been both in the library and the SU. They're definitely my top 2 favourite places to go. I like to alternate between them, because personally, I don't like to stay in the same place for the whole day, or I feel like that can be a bit overwhelming sometimes. So it's great to have a break and head somewhere fresh. And I completely agree with Benedict that the SU is great if you do want that relaxed environment where you can talk to friends, but it's also great to have that buzz of people around you, but equally I love going in the library as well to especially I think level 2, that's my favorite spot to actually go to, the cubes, and I like that you also have study rooms in the library. And to be fair, I love all the cafes in City Campus in general. I'm such an advocate for trying each of them, but yeah,
definitely. I always think it's when you let's speak to anybody who's a student at NTU, everybody has their area that they sit in the library. Like I was level 1 left hand side, and that is the only place that we would sit, and we'd go there every day, and you would see the same people sat in the same sort of area doing the work. And it's always so funny that like you just said, oh, you're a level 2 girl, like everyone just had like their own special areas that they like to go. I think you're definitely right, Gary. I think mixing it up in the day of study space is great, and I think because there's so many buildings, each school will has like their own sort of building, and in there they will have sort of study areas in them. So that School of Art and Design was in Bonington and also Barnes Wallis as well when I was there, and they have like some great facilities in there with like MacBooks and like study spaces and things like that, so you can get a real nice mixture of environments. And then when it comes to crunch time, silent zone in the library was always my go-to. Go on, Benedict, saw your hand go up there.
Yeah, I was just going to say, so obviously you're talking about art and design as well, but obviously there's the new art and design building coming as well. I think that'll be completed in the next 5 years, I think I said. But NTU are constantly kind of putting more money into study facilities as well to make sure there is enough space for all the students, because we are growing really quickly. But it's really good to see that from NTU as well.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think it's going to be as long as what you think, Benedict.
Really?
It's 2023.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Amazing.
It'll be a fantastic building and another great asset to City Campus. So yeah, we'll head to the next question. Got plenty to get through. I love it when it does that. So what access will I have to in-person student support? So where can you go on City Campus if you're needing some support for all different areas? Has anybody had any experience with using the in-person support on City Campus? Does anyone want to kick that off?
I can if you want me to.
Yeah, go on, Benedict, take the floor.
So there's quite a lot of support available actually. So you can get support through your personal tutors as well as your course. Obviously, your course leaders are really actually love to make sure that you know what you're doing. So you can go into them if you want any support with your examinations, coursework, that sort of thing. They are there to help you. Also, if you need support with like housing, mental health, finances, absolutely anything. If you're from abroad as well and you need international student support, you can go to the student support services. They are absolutely brilliant. I have to say, we work quite closely with them at NTSU alongside our information advice service, who are an independent service who do essentially everything that student support do. But they are absolutely amazing. If you need help with anything, I think I actually used them for budgeting back in my first year, because first time away from home, I had no idea what I was doing when it came to finances. So they are really brilliant.
Yeah, agreed. There's such a variety, from losing your student card to anything to do with that, and it's all in the Newton building. Is a great hub for all your student support. One of the things I really benefited from with the in-person support was the employability team. They have some fantastic drop-in sessions, and you can have things like mock interviews. They can help you go through anything like that. We'll talk you through the CV, and I think having that face-to-face contact and be able to practice like body language and things like that is a great asset and something I really use as my time as a student. Gaia, Capri, have you got anything you wanted to mention about the support?
Yes, similar to what you said, Kate, about the employability team. It's such a helpful thing, like having easy access to someone who can check your CV, sit down and have a look at any job applications you're doing and just go through that with you step by step and give you that confidence to continue with it. Yeah,
definitely. So that you walk down to Newton and you've got all your different options there. I also had dyslexia support when I was at university, and there were some great in-person sessions as well. So there's support for anything you might need. And say if you've got any questions, and you can head to our website, and they'll be able to talk you through if you want to sort out anything before you come to university. If you've got any other questions that are more specific to your situation, then you can ask that ahead of time. But there's so much in-person support on City Campus. It's really great. Guy, did you have anything you wanted to mention on that?
I also had dyslexia support when I came. I actually got diagnosed during first year at NTU, which was honestly amazing. In sixth form, I didn't have that chance. So when I came to NTU, it was such an amazing, straightforward process. And even now, they also, the library offer academic skills, support where you can go one-to-one and talk to student and staff mentors, and that's literally so helpful regardless of whether you're first year, third year, post-grad. I'm personally using the academic skills support so much at the moment while I'm doing my final year deadlines. So there's honestly so much support at NTU. I've just as a student, I've been so grateful that it's been there to dip into if I need to.
Definitely, yeah. If you have anything that's specific in your course, it's like just one little skill you want to work on. There's so many, there's so much support to help you through. So that's great. We can move on to the next question, please. Okay, so what is your favorite thing to do outside lectures? So for people who have graduated, it's looking at what we love to do. Benedict, you can talk about anything that's really great that's going on at the Students' Union in the moment. So yeah, does anybody want to kick this one off with their favorite things? It can be on city campus. We can talk about city campus as well. Then even if there's anything that goes into Nottingham as well, because obviously city campus is amazing, being in the centre of Nottingham. And does anyone want to go first?
Yeah, I think exploring all the different cafes on city campus is always good fun. I think obviously SU's got great options there, and then we've got Goldsmiths. When that popped up, it almost became my go-to to just sort of sit down, have something nice to eat, and then go back to lectures.
Yeah, definitely. There's just different places to like nip and out of your lectures, as well as actually, it's not straying too far from the campus so that you're close for your next one. But like you say, that's a great one. Love the cafes. Benedict, do you want to kick us off with one of your favorite things?
I don't really know where to start, to be honest. I've been here for 5 years. There's been loads. So it depends if it's day or night, really, because I will say just kind of about the wider Nottingham area. Obviously, we are pretty much in the city centre. It's made so easy to kind of get to and from, like you said, shops, cafes, bars, if you fancy that as well. Loads of places to go on a date as well. I'd like to put that in there. But also, if you're going at night time, obviously we've got the Students' Union open, as well as a number of affiliated nights to make sure we go to kind of safe student club nights as well. Obviously, it all depends what you're interested in. There's also loads and loads of quizzes in Nottingham. I think I've been to about 1 million since I started. I've never won, but it's always good to go and partake. But yeah, there's literally so much to do, and kind of during the day, kind of between your lectures, normally I went and studied for an hour or two if I had a little break. But otherwise, if you're living on campus, it's really easy just to get home and just chill out for a bit, really.
Definitely. Gaia, what is your favourite thing to do outside lectures on city campus?
That's quite hard because, like all of you have said, there's actually so much you can do. There's so many things you can do. Also, if you aren't interested in like drinking, personally, between lectures I love to go to the Kitty Cafe. To be fair, I also like to go there, as like a study spot. But I might as well get like a Kitty Cat like cafe membership. I was actually in there so many times. But they also have a cinema really close to city campus, literally like 2-minute walk in the corner house. We also are directly next to the Theatre Royal and the Royal Concert Hall. So if you're interested in seeing musicals and like other performances, there's that as well. There's literally so much.
Definitely. And I think it's difficult to say, like, what do you like doing outside lectures? Because there's actually the whole of Nottingham outside your lectures. But one thing that I really like doing is the sports and society. So I did dance when I was at university, and some sports, they have them across all campuses or, across a few. But most sports, they do have some sessions at the city campus, and some of these can work in around your lectures, whether it's after them or anything like that. So you can really head down to the campus if you are living, if you're in your second or third year and you're living a 5-minute walk away, you can head down to the campus and sort of spend your whole day there, go to the gym, do some sports and things like that, spend time with friends, just like chilling around the university. Yeah, I would definitely say mine is taking a full use of the sports facilities at city campus, because it's great. We've got a whole other question about that coming up, but yeah, that's our favourite thing, and I'm sure we're going to go into so much more detail through this live. So pop the next question on the screen. There we go. What sporting facilities do you have on campus? So I'll just carry on with what I was kind of talking about. So at the campus we have a gym. So there's an on-site campus gym. So that's actually located in the Students' Union building, which Benedict was talking about earlier. So really, really close for all the buildings. You can literally get from any building there in less than 5 minutes. It's a 2-floor gym. It's got treadmills, weights, everything. They have got a few classes on in there as well. So it's a really, really great space. They also have a rock climbing wall, which I always find so fascinating, that you can sit at the Students' Union and also look out and have a look at people climbing all the way up it. So that's a great asset. And they do also have a studio, which they do for loads of different classes and things like that at our city campus. So yeah, any sort of like workout style that you're after, they have so many classes there to take part of. And like I say, it's really great if you want to like fit one in between your lectures or anything like that. Did anyone else want to mention anything that we've got on the city campus for sports that I might have missed or forgotten about?
Yeah, I can if you want.
God, Benedict.
So quite near actually at Forest Recreation Ground, NTU do I believe it's 6-a-side or is it 5? I can't quite remember now, but it's 5 or 6-a-side football as well as other kind of bits of sporting activity. Just because we're quite restricted for space, but it's good. We kind of work with the local kind of council to make sure we can still put things on city campus. But it's also worth noting that the Clifton bus, which goes to all of our other sporting facilities, is campus to campus. Really easy to get on. It takes about 20 minutes, so it's very accessible as well.
Definitely. They have got the main sorry, I did forget they've got the main gym at City as well. So people you can hire that for like badminton. You can play basketball and things in there like that. There's so many different sports going on in there that you can hire for your own use, or as I said, take part as a sport and a society in there as well. So yeah, plenty to do on City campus. And as like Benedict says, it's not far to get to Clifton, if not. So I believe we've got a question that kind of ties into literally what we were just saying. Thank you very much, Michaela, for your question. So how long does it take to get to Clifton for the hockey pitches, and how easy the transfer to Clifton? So do you want to carry on talking about that, Benedict, because you'd have mentioned anyway about the transport links?
Absolutely. So obviously it all depends on where you live and that sort of things, but really it's campus to campus. It's believed it's the bus number 4 as well as bus number 1 goes straight from the city centre. 4 actually goes from city campus itself outside Newton building in the corner house, and that goes straight into Clifton campus essentially. So you get straight on the bus, get straight off there, and then it's just a very 2-minute walk around the campus, the hockey pitches really. So it's really easy. The transfer's so quick. Obviously, if you go there quite a lot, I would advise getting a student bus pass. I believe it's about 200 something-ish pounds for the year. But you will be probably spending more than that if you just tap your card every day, like I do, which is a stupid idea. Never do that. But yeah, it's really easy to get to and from. The buses run, I believe, once every 7 minutes. So if you miss one, you really won't be late to training or to your lectures, that sort of thing.
No, it's literally like a constant stream. It's like, say, I used to do sport at Clifton and live on City and study at City, and used to go like 2 or 3 times a week to Clifton. And it's really nice because then you get to see another campus as well. And like you say, it's so easy to get there, and there's so many people doing the same. The buses are always filled with students, either going to sport or on a Wednesday specifically. You've always got people in their in the game kit. So yeah, it's really easy. Capri Guy, did you have anything else to mention on the sporting facilities or how to get there or anything like that before we move on to the next question?
Well, this isn't really one of NTU's facilities, but it is one of the things they do offer where if you're interested in swimming, you can also get a discounted price over at UniOf and get the tram to Beeston. And that's definitely something that I wish I'd done more over the last 3 years. So if you are interested in swimming and those like water-related sports, you can get a discounted price over there for NTU students.
Yeah, good thinking. Love that. Fab. So we'll move on to the next question now. So are there plenty of eating facilities on campus? So I know you mentioned a little bit about the cafes, Capri. Do you want to carry on? Maybe talk about one of your favourite ones. Where would you always be seen having your lunch? Like, what was your favourite meal deal?
I'd say World Kitchen's probably my favourite spot to go to in Newton building, which is where I spent most of my time after in between lectures and seminars and stuff. There's always a good range of food available there. You'll have meals, you'll have burritos or burrito bowls, loads of different options. And then just downstairs, you've got the main canteen, which again, there's loads of options, chips and beans, your standard stuff, jacket potatoes, and then like daily specials as well.
Yeah, definitely. There's like a really nice mixture around campus. They'll have some specialty places like the World Kitchen or Goldsmiths that will do specials in the day. And then you'll have kind of, like you say, your standard deli cafe meals in your refectories dotted all around campus and in your main refectory in Newton. You're never going to be less than 2 minutes walk from a nice place to eat on campus. It's a very well stocked place. I don't know if Guy and Benedict, do you want to mention anything else? Maybe where your favourite place to eat is?
I mean, mine was World Kitchen, so
yeah,
that's fun.
A team favourite. Oh, the burritos there. They're literally giant. So you have to do it with 2 hands and you can't eat it all. No way. You have to save half for after your next lecture.
I always finish. It's great. I can eat a lot.
It's crazy. I'm literally like, even the look of it, I'm like, I'm full. It's huge. Guy, where's your favourite place to eat on campus?
Probably the SU with the level and the landing like they do. I love that they do, I think, handmade pizzas, like oven cut, like it's honest, so nice. It's always so filling. And if you don't have time to go for like a proper meal, you can obviously always go to the study cafes that they do have around campus. Or if you are planning to have a whole day in the library, you can even go to the nearby Tesco to get a meal deal, which is a popular choice among students.
Love that. Yeah, can't beat a meal deal. Cannot beat one at all. Such a staple. Fab. So we're moving to the next question. So, what is the Students' Union, and where can I find it on campus? So, Benedict, this question is all about you, my friend. Me and Gabriel and Guy will talk about how we interact with the Students' Unions and why we enjoyed it. But it's your time to shine. Tell us all about Students' Union.
Well, there's actually quite a lot to tell, really. So essentially, the Students' Union is here to represent every single student to the university. So we deal with anything from academic representation to enjoyment of student life to we're just essentially helping students with any kind of needs they have. So one of the things we love to do as well is our big idea program. So essentially, if you've got an idea, we try and make it happen, essentially. And that could be about anything with campus, we do with the university. And we work essentially really closely with the university to try and put your ideas to sort of fruition. Essentially, it's that's what the Students' Union is there for. As Katie mentioned earlier, we have I think it's over 152 or 153 societies now. So there's something for absolutely everyone. That ranges from culture and faith, the common interest, to I think it's a bowling society now, and that's really cool actually. Even though I suck at bowling, but there's so much to do with the Students' Union. I can't really go into loads and loads more detail because there's just so much to do. So one of the things I would say is head on to trentstudents.org, and that way you can see everything we have on offer. As I said earlier, the information advice service also helps with any sort of student support you need. Opportunities, like I said, the student voice team itself obviously deal with our academic representation to make sure you get the right teaching from your personal tutors from your course, that sort of thing. And you can find it on campus. It's literally right next to the library, and it also has a fantastic bar and nightclub for your Saturday nights.
Yeah, the building is just jam packed full with so many different things to get involved in from day to night, isn't it? Like you've got the landing, which is kind of open in the daytime, like for what Guy says, you can get meals, and then you've got the level, which is the nightclub. Then you've got the Grumpy Mule, the cafe side where people can, the study spaces. You've got 2 floors there. It's a really key part of our city campus and a great place to meet with your friends, to socialise, to study, to eat, to play, to there's so many different ways to get involved in it. It's a great asset to the city campus. Capri and Gaia, how did you interact with the Students' Union when you were students, or as you are still student, Gaia?
I'm happy to go first if you'd like. I personally loved going to because the Student Union are always throwing events, and I loved going to the vintage fairs they do and the fresher fairs. This year I think I threw through the Student Mental Health Champions stand. I ran that for the day, which was really fun, getting to meet loads of students and getting to also see all the other societies and the other like groups at NTU. Honestly, there's so much I love about the Student Union.
Definitely. Capri, what about you?
Yeah, I think in terms of societies, there's so many that you can just hop in and try something new. In first year, I played ultimate frisbee, and before I started, I had no idea what ultimate frisbee was. So I just hopped in, tried something new, and it turned out to be really fun.
Yeah,
there's a really good way to meet new people as well.
Definitely, it's definitely one of the ways to bring people from all different schools and all courses together, and in the sports and sciences, things like that. It's great. So amazing. So we're all stands of the Students' Union that we can clear to see. So, what green spaces are near the campus? So I'll kick this one off. So one of the main green spaces near City Campus is the Arboretum. So it's literally a 10-minute walk from the, no, not even that, 5-minute walk from the campus. And it's a really lovely outdoor space. It's full of wildlife. I mean, we see so many squirrels that literally come straight up to you. It's so funny how they're just there all the time. And it's a great place in the summer. It's so busy with people just like sitting outside, enjoying the sunshine, studying, socializing and things like that. And it's a really, really nice walk if you're wanting to just enjoy the sunshine. If you want to just have a quick break between your lectures and things like that, it's a really lovely walk to walk through. And it's a bit of a loop, so you can do like a loop back around to campus. So yeah, that's one of the main ones that's near very short walking distance to City Campus, which is great to say that we are in the city centre and still have this lovely space right on our doorstep. It's so great for the students, and it's a place I loved to go when I was a student. Does anybody else have a place that they love to go as a green space near campus that they want to talk about?
I'm happy to go next if you want.
Go on, Benedict.
Yeah, so I actually always used to go to Forest Rec. So I used to live kind of along that, a little bit further out, not too much away from city campus. That literally is only a 5-10 minute walk.
Yeah.
And yeah, we used to kind of play football there, that sort of thing. Again, wasn't very good, but I still like doing it. But yeah, again, it's absolutely jam packed as well, kind of over summer. Now the weather's kind of getting better as well. It is really, really busy, which is great. I think Arboretum as well. There's loads of students in there kind of over the summertime, so it's just a nice place to go and socialise and hang out with your friends.
Definitely. Gaia, Capri, have you got anything else you want to add for that?
Yeah, and one slightly. Oh, I know.
There you go.
Okay.
Also polite on this.
One slightly further away from campus is Woolton Hall, which I really enjoy going to. Big open space. You've got Woolton Hall where they film Batman, which is always nice to see and take pictures of. And the deers are always a really nice thing to see when they are out there. It's a really nice open space, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a good one. Gaia, you got a favourite space?
Well, yeah, I loved all of them as well. The good thing about Forest Rec and Woolton Hall is that you don't just have to enjoy them in the summer. They also throw loads of events across the year. Like they throw normally the Goose Fair at the Forest Rec during October, which is a massive favourite among students. I loved going before COVID. They used to do load. They also do I think bonfire night as well at the Forest Rec, which is something that me and my flatmates used to go to a lot over the years. And same with Woolton Hall, they do Christmas lights, which I got to go with the uni in November, and that was really beautiful to see. It's like a trail, like a 1 mile trail around Woolton Hall, and they settle like they get all the they set all the fairy lights up in the trees and around the Woolton Hall itself, which is really lovely. You've also got Highfields Park if you're happy to make like a 15-minute tram journey out there. You can go, I think you can go rowing during the summer, like pay £5 and you can go across the lake, which is lovely. So there's there's so many beautiful spaces across Nottingham.
Definitely. I think that when you look back at your uni time, there's so many places that you're like, oh, I'd love to go there, and like it only ends up being that you see like a couple, and like you said about having there to go thing, I was like, I never actually went there. So it's always like if you're here watching this call now, you're coming to NTU in September and you think, oh, I'd really like to go there, write it on a bit of an NTU bucket list and tick it off with your flatmates in your first year. It's always a good thing to like visit the ones around Nottingham. So fab. So we will go on to the next question. So do I have to live on the same campus that I am studying on? So no, as a blunt answer, you can basically live on whichever campus you want to. You just have to basically have a think about the time and the cost to get to wherever you're going to study. So, if you do live on city campus but study on Clifton, you'll obviously have to travel pretty much Monday to Friday, depending on what course you are for your lectures and things like that, and vice versa. I know people who did the same, stayed on Clifton, studied at Clifton, and I know people who stayed on city but then travelled to Clifton. There's people who do it in all different combination ways depending on what you want. And that's basically it. So, yeah, I don't know if you guys have any of a story or anything like that, or any of your own experience of people travelling or anything that you recommend.
I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head, really.
Yeah, no, literally, I think it's just how you want to do it and have a think of what's best for you, and then you can make your decision based on that, on where you want to live. So, what nightlife is there on campus? So, Benedict, I'm going to head back to you for this question as well, because you've touched on it a little bit earlier. So talk us through the nightlife on campus and what students can get involved in on campus.
So one of the things we love to do essentially here at NTSU is make sure that the nights we affiliate with are safe as well. So I just like to always point that out because it's really, really important to have students being safe firstly in our campus and in our city. So we work quite closely with the police and local nightclub providers to do that. But one of the things I'll talk about first then is if you think about like quieter bar nights, we have things like Muddle, like LGBTQ nights, Con and which is our really cheap one as well a week. And that's over here in our City Students' Union. They are really, really popular events. I think our last quiz, what we did for St. Patrick's Day, was we had about 1,500 to 1,600 people in the venue. It was actually absolutely amazing, really, really good. As well as then Saturday nights, we have our district night, which is our kind of common Saturday night. That one is always absolutely amazing. We have some really, really top class DJs. One of our DJs recently played with Jax Jones, which was amazing. as well as kind of going all over the place to do that. So, and they're all student-led DJs as well. As well as obviously the whole nightclub is run by students, which is fantastic to see. Then we also have loads and loads of affiliate venues very, very close to campus. So Unit 13, we also have Stealth, as well as Rescue Rooms in Rock City. They are another affiliate that we use quite a lot, as well as the world-renowned Ocean. And I will say world-renowned because it absolutely is. I will say you have to experience it once. I'm not going to tell you much else about it until you experience it. But if you don't, have to go again if you don't like it. But yeah, there's so much on offer, as well as different kind of bars as well around. There's just so much to do. Even I haven't done it all. I've been here for 5 years.
No, definitely. There is literally so much on your doorstep. It's crazy. And I think, especially when you're looking at the Newton building, it's directly opposite the Stealth nightclub, which has an affiliate night with NTSU. So it's literally right there. You're never going to have to go far. If you're living on city campus, you can walk to the clubs and back very, very, very easily, and basically through the city ground, which is great. Used to love the SU nights, such a great night. You could be surrounded from people from NTU. It's a really, really great night, a really great club. So yeah, definitely be a massive part of your NTU experience. And we're going to head on to the next question, if that's all right, Gary and Guppy, because we have got quite a few to get through. We've got quite a few in from the audience. So, am I guaranteed accommodation? So, I'm just going to, I'll just answer this, and that's completely fine. Thank you very much for asking. So, we guarantee an offer of university allocated accommodation to all first-year undergraduate students who book before the 13th of June 2022. So, that's also the 29th of July 2022 for international students. So, yeah. We do. You are guaranteed accommodation. We do have a website that you can find out so much more information about accommodation, which is ntu.ac.uk/accommodation. It might come across the screen in the bottom in a second. If it doesn't, then it's the power of the there you go. It's at the bottom now. Yeah, you can head there to find out so much more information about our accommodation. And we also do have a separate live chat all about accommodation that you can go back and watch on our YouTube channel if you want to find out more. So that's absolutely fine. So great. We'll move on to the next question. So how long does it take to get to the nearest train station? So does anybody want to talk about if they've travelled a lot with the trains or anything like that? You want to answer? Capri, I'm going to go to you.
Yeah, sure. So train's about, I'd say it's about 20-30 minute walk from city campus, just on the other side of the city. And because of how well positioned Nottingham is, you can get to a lot of the cities across the UK pretty easily. London's only about 2-hour train journey away. Likewise, cities like Birmingham, Leicester and Sheffield are all really close by as well. So you can travel around in the Midlands, travel around down south and north, just because of how well positioned Nottingham is.
Yeah, definitely. And it's really easy to get the tram from right outside the Boots Library. And then if there's another tram stop a bit further up that takes you straight to the train station in 5 minutes. So it's really, really easy to get there, either the walk or tram. Really, really simple. I think we've pretty much covered that question. So we'll head to the next one. So what kind of part-time jobs are available? Oh, there's so many part-time jobs that are available on a city campus because, like we've mentioned, you're right in the city centre. You're so close to loads of local businesses. So, Guy, I'm actually going to go to you first with this one, if that's all right, because you've mentioned before about your part-time jobs in previous lives. So, if you wouldn't mind just chatting through some of the ones that you've done and ones that you know that people have taken part in city.
Yeah, so in first year until I think third year, I worked part-time in a pub, and I just did weekend work. And I've seen a lot of students always, like, when they come to NTU, they always do worry, like, oh, is there going to be enough vacancies? Am I going to be able to, I guess, fit my part-time job around my studies? And it's completely doable. A lot of companies and a lot of jobs for students. Sorry, my mind's gone blank.
No,
a lot of companies do offer really flexible shifts, and also, if you don't want to work for like the retail or hospitality industry, you can also work for NTU themselves. NTU have they're affiliated with a company called Unitemp, so you can get loads of different vacancies through that. Whether you want to do student ambassador work or things to do with sports, like if you wanted to be like a referee and work on like Clifton campus. There's honestly so many things. Over the last year, I've switched from working at the pub to working as a social media ambassador, which I feel is a lot more aligned with what I want to do as a career, but also it fits with my studies a lot more, as you know, we're all online a lot more with the pandemic. But yeah, there's honestly so much you can do, and it's definitely doable. I don't want students to feel like I don't want students to come to NTU feeling like you are going to be stressed, you know, trying to fit everything in, because you can have a part-time job and do your studies and also take part in all the amazing societies and opportunities through the SU as well.
Definitely. And there's so much support at NTU to also help you get these part-time jobs as well through our employability team, and also being able to work within the university itself as well. I personally worked in retail when I was at university. I did a fashion related degree. So I worked in a fashion retail place, which helped me then be able to get a placement and be able to get work experience alongside it. So yeah, if you have a think about anything you want to that would help you alongside your study, maybe have a think about that before coming to Nottingham, and then reach out to those brands that you really want to work for, that you think, like what Guy said about the social media, would help you partner your studies as well. And yeah, just be able to really help not only have some income, but also gain some more experience as well. Benedict or Capri, did you have anything else you wanted to add to that? Maybe something you've done in the past?
Yeah, absolutely. So I did actually work for NTU. I worked in the Nottingham Conference Centre, and then I moved over to NTSU because we have 100 of student jobs going every year. So we employ around about 200 to 250 student staff. And these are very flexible hours. You can't do a shift, you have to. Someone else can always pick one up for you. Obviously, we have jobs in our coffee shops and our retail outlets, so in the actual shops itself, over at Clifton City and Brack. And then obviously we've got our venue, so we need staff on to do all sorts of shifts, from live band nights, things like that, to just general club nights as well. So there's literally shifts and jobs going left, right, and centre here at the Students' Union, which is amazing. But yeah.
Amazing. So should we head on to the next question? So what type of events do you have on City Campus? So Benedict, you mentioned a little bit about, well, a little bit. We really went into the amazing things that goes on at the Students' Union. Does anybody have any other different types of events that they got involved in? I mean, say the Students' Union is one of the main hubs, where things are held. But yeah, did anybody else have anything else they wanted to mention about that? Anything they really enjoyed when they were at university or still here?
I think Global Week's a big one during the year. I mean, I think it's is it this week or next week now?
Next week.
Next week, yes. Global Week's always really good fun. All the students from all the different global countries around the world, they have their little stores, have performances if they've got them, and you can go around and find out more different cultures, try different foods from different cultures, and learn more about them.
Yeah, amazing. It's a great week. There's so many different events going on next week, and it's something that happens every year. So yeah, the students that are coming in September will be able to get involved as well. One of my favorite things, an event on City Campus, is the varsity events. So this is an amazing one. They have some facilities in the city centre sporting facilities where they have them, and also at our Clifton campus they have them, just around wherever. But varsity is going on at the moment. It's literally a fantastic way to get involved and get behind your NTU spirit and support the teams. They have ice hockey, basketball, netball, and they have all the different sports teams that will go for NTU versus Uni of, and it's a great way to get involved as a university, and it's a fantastic thing that happens each year, and definitely was one of my favorite things at the time at studying on City Campus. Amazing. Guy, what was your favorite event or any different types of events that you got involved in?
I guess I like to get involved with a lot of the wellbeing events. So NTU every year throw Wellbeing Week and celebrate Universal Mental Health Day, and I feel like that aligns very well with me being a psychology student. But regardless, there's so much you can get involved with if you are passionate about mental health and helping other students. For example, I as a society, I guess you could say, I'm part of the Student Mental Health Champions, who are a group of a community of students who are also passionate about mental health, and they throw a lot of events throughout the year and activities for students to get involved with, such as rock painting, coffee mornings, and it's just a lovely community if you are looking to make friends and are passionate about mental health. You can also get involved with social media stuff, like writing blogs and making TikToks, Instagram takeovers, which is more my forte. But yeah, I've definitely loved getting involved with all those wellbeing events.
Yeah, they've had such an amazing one this year. They'd had this the inflatable, what was it called?
The Illuminarium.
The Illuminarium in the Newton building. That was so good to go inside there. It was a really, really like relaxing and nice experience, and also just so shocking when you walked in because it was just this massive like inflatable house in the middle of Newton. So they always put so many amazing events on for our students, particularly around stressful times of the year, like when we're moving into study periods and things like that. There's always so many amazing things going on around our campus to support you with your study side, but then also help you relax and, you know, still kind of look after your mental well-being. Benedict, have you got anything that you want to mention? This is our last question. So if any of you, what was your favorite event? I mean, you're going to start listing off 50 NTSU events because they're all so good. But yeah, what was your favorite thing to get involved in?
I was going to say, I easily could do that. We've got things like Eldor. We've got, as Guy said earlier, you've got Goose Fair on. You've got loads of events that go on. Actually, at Woollertons, they put live bands on all the time. I believe there's actually a mini festival happening. There's Detonate, which is not too far away from City Campus that you can take part in as well. Like I said, we have our Raising and Giving week as well. We do things like Trent Meow. We do bingo events. We do all sorts essentially. So there's kind of something for everyone really over here at the Students' Union. And then literally just off City Campus as well. They do so much actually in wider Nottingham, especially in Market Square, where they have things like the Christmas fairs. They do something around October for Oktoberfest. There's just so much to take part in. Honestly, you will never ever not have something to do in Nottingham.
There's so many things to do, I say, on campus and also in Nottingham. We could be here all day and talk about all the things you want to get involved in. So yeah, that was our last question. Thanks so much to everybody who commented one. Thank you to people who put them in the Instagram question box earlier, and we got round to it for you today. If you've got any more questions about what life might be like studying on our city campus, we've got our banner going across. I feel like I'm always on the news when it comes up like this. So ntu.ac.uk/your offer. There's loads of information on there about the city campus, how to accept your offer, and basically the next steps in your journey to NTU. And there's also places on there where you can contact some of our students on our live chat service. So yeah, there's plenty of information on there if you've got any more questions. And we've got plenty of our lives as well coming up. So we've got our Clifton one next week, Brackenhurst after that, and we also have a dedicated Nottingham one coming up in a few weeks, so we can talk even more about the amazing things that you can get up to as a student in Nottingham. So I just want to say thank you very much to our panel today and my fellow hosts. It's been a really nice evening talking all things Nottingham with you. And yeah, if you are watching this and say if you've got any more questions, head to the link on the bottom of the screen and we will catch you next time. Thank you very much and have a lovely evening. See you later.